City Morning Show.
Good morning, muy buenos días todos y bienvenidos a esta edición del Sugar City Morning Show, su show. Estamos en directo y en vivo desde Nortevisión, Canal 10, aquí en la Avenida San Lorenzo. Un gran gusto saludarles hoy por la mañana, como siempre, y gracias por permitirnos entrar hasta sus hogares. En realidad lo agradecemos muchísimo. A toda nuestra audiencia que nos ve por cable por todo el país, muchas gracias. Tengo tiempo aparte para saludar mi gente aquí en Orange Rock primero, y luego entonces Corozal, Ciudad Belice, Belmopan, Santa Elena, San Ignacio, Benque Viejo, San José Socots, perdón, Tangriga y Punta Gorda. Good morning, buenos días todos. And I'm hoping that you having a fantastic day. And even if it's not coming out the way you want, believe me, it just takes a little bit of patience and understanding that, hey, if it's not meant for today, it's not meant for today. Maybe it's meant for tomorrow. And all it takes is a little bit of patience to wait until tomorrow. Buenos días, si nos acabas de sintonizar, 7:04. A nuestra gente que nos ve por aire, muchas gracias. Nuestra transmisión está por aire también aquí desde la torre, y estamos enviándole la imagen a todo lo que es el norte del país, Orange Rock Pueblo y aldeas, Corozal Pueblo y aldeas, y la gran cantidad de gente que nos ve. La audiencia es formidable, muchas gracias. Gente que opta en ver Canal 10 únicamente, muchas gracias. También estamos en Facebook para aquellas personas que lo ven a su agrado. Muchas gracias también. Como siempre, luego de enviarles los mejores saludos, le pedimos que no se unan conmigo, a reconocer y agradecer a un poder superior, a un Dios que nos da la vida y que, aparte de todo eso, nos le pone propósito y orden a lo que es esta vida, y que sin ese concepto de un poder superior rigiendo sobre todos nosotros, pues escasamente hace sentido la vida. Padre, te doy las gracias por la vida, la salud, las fuerzas, por tu presencia en mí, por tu perdón, por la forma de ver las cosas, que pone a ti primero y luego a todos los humanos, pero reconociéndote a ti como creador y Dios. Muchas gracias, Padre. Nadie puede decir que tiene la sabiduría, ni el poder, ni como tú. Nadie. Y te pedimos que nos continúes acompañando siempre y asistiéndonos y protegiéndonos, cuidándonos, dirigiéndonos con esa gran sabiduría. Y también te pedimos que cuides a los viejitos, a los niños desamparados, a los enfermos, a las personas que están solas, a las personas que recién han perdido un ser querido y que están solos también. Confórtalos, Padre, sánalos. Y también por todos nosotros, que podamos ser más humildes y dejar de pensar que somos dioses, de que somos los más poderosos, y que al final del día con todo termina con nosotros y no contigo. Permítenos ser humildes y reconocer de que tú estás sobre todo y que sin ti no se puede hacer nada. Padre, te bendecimos, te adoramos y te glorificamos siempre. Amén. Thank you for joining me. 7:07. We go directly now to the general weather forecast that says today is Thursday, the 10th of October. And just a quick reminder that the 12th of October, which is Monday, is a holiday. in lieu of, let me just quickly see something here. We got holidays in lieu of plenty of that. Monday is the 14th. And generally, we have October 12th, which is a holiday, Pan American holiday, or previously known as Columbus Day. A lot of controversy. But one thing that is paramountly clear is that on that day, we began what is called La Conquista, the conquest of the Western civilization. Okay, so, and that was when, well, the Europeans realized that we were here. I say we because we've been here all the while. So on Monday, because the 12th drops on a Saturday, that means that on Monday we'll be having a holiday in lieu of the 12th of October. So make your plans accordingly, and maybe you can take a break and go somewhere. This is the general weather forecast for today, Thursday, the 10th of October. And the general situation is as follows. Relatively moist and unstable conditions will prevail over the area. The 24-hour forecast. Sunny with a few cloudy spells today and cloudy at times tonight. Showers and thunderstorms will be isolated except for a few more occurring over the inland areas this afternoon, and once again over southern and some coastal areas tonight. The winds blowing from the east-northeast, 5 to 15 knots. I wonder why, east-northeast. I'll try to explain that. Sea state light chop to choppy. Temperatures along the coast, 87 as a high, 80 as a low. In inland areas, 90 degrees as a high and 75 as a low. In the hills, 82 degrees Fahrenheit as a high and 70 degrees as a low. There are no advisories in place, and just quickly let me show you that, yes, there are two systems in the open Atlantic, way up north, close to Bermuda and way above that area, but heading really up just to the Maritimes and posing a threat to nobody except maritime interests. But there's a lot of, I must tell you, there's a lot of cloudiness in the lower Western Caribbean. In other words, in front of Nicaragua, Honduras, Costa Rica, there is a lot of cloudiness. So we have to be watching that area very, very closely. Very, very closely. The outlook for tomorrow, Friday and Friday night is for similar weather conditions to continue. A high tide occurs this morning at 7:55, a low tide at 2:26 this afternoon, a second high tide at 8:39 tonight, and the second low tide tomorrow morning at 2:25. The sun rose this morning at 5:44. It was beautiful, and the sun sets this evening at 5:34. The moon rises this afternoon at 3:59, and the moon is setting tomorrow morning at 3:56. Thank you, forecaster Angelia Guy. I always have a problem with the pronunciation of Guy. I always thought that G-U-Y was French for Guy, and I still believe so. But anyway, Miss Angelia Guy, thank you very much. Buenos días. Aquí el reporte del estado del tiempo para hoy, jueves 10 de octubre. Y la situación general dice que hoy estamos bajo la influencia de condiciones inestables y relativamente húmedas, y esto está controlando nuestro clima. Para las siguientes 24 horas, soleado con algunos periodos de nubosidad y durante el curso del día. Nublado por momentos hoy por la noche. Y vamos a estar viendo chubascos y tronadas aisladas, pero ocurriendo, pero un poco más estarán ocurriendo hoy por la tarde en el interior del país. Así que hoy por la tarde, su forma de decir las cosas es algo difícil, pero por la tarde estaremos viendo chubascos, y luego entonces sobre el sur y por las áreas de la costa hoy por la noche. Es lo que está diciendo. Los vientos del este-noreste, y siempre me pregunto, noreste 5 a 15 nudos, el estado del mar ligeramente agitado, temperaturas por la costa 87 como una máxima, 80 como una mínima en el interior, 90 como una máxima, 75 como una mínima, y por las colinas 82 como una máxima y 70 como una mínima. No hay advertencias y igual como dije en inglés, también estamos viendo la página del National Hurricane Center en Miami, lo tengo frente de mí, y estoy viendo que en términos de huracanes o tormentas no hay absolutamente nada. Hay dos sistemas que están yendo al norte por los Estados Unidos, yéndose hacia Canadá, pero no está presentando ninguna amenaza a ningún lado, excepto intereses marítimos. Pero sí hay una gran cantidad de nubosidad en el área de Honduras, Nicaragua, y a este punto tenemos que estar fijándonos muchísimo sobre estas áreas, porque pudiera empezar algo estas áreas, especialmente cuando notablemente hoy estamos bajo la influencia, estamos viendo pasar los vientos vienen del noreste. Quiere decir de que hay un sistema de baja presión bajando, de una forma u otra, y por eso los vientos son del noreste. Y cuando eso sucede, un sistema de baja presión suele desarrollarse en el Golfo de Honduras o en el Golfo más abajo por Nicaragua, y esto entonces incorporaría la gran cantidad de nubosidad y se formaría algo, y es lo que ha sucedido en el pasado y pudiera suceder, pero no vamos a adelantarnos, vamos a esperar que así no sea, porque no queremos huracanes, pero ¿quién puede parar la naturaleza? Absolutamente nadie. Bueno, regresando al pronóstico, ¿qué se espera mañana, viernes? Condiciones similares. Una marea alta a las 7:55, una baja a las 2:26 por la tarde, y luego otra alta a las 8:39 por la noche, y otra baja mañana a las 2:25. El sol salió hoy a las 5:44, y el sol se oculta a las 5:34 hoy por la tarde. Y de igual forma la luna sale a las 3:59 por la tarde y se oculta hoy mañana por la mañana a las 3:56. Muchas gracias, Angelia Guy, por esta información, y también a nuestros patrocinadores cuando son las 7:16. German Vegan Sons, muchas gracias. Vega Imports, Vega Distributors del Benque, muchas gracias. A la empresa A&Rs, muchas gracias. Digi, la empresa Digi, muchas gracias. Government of Belize Information Service, Belize Tourist Board, a todas estas empresas y personas, muchas gracias. Vamos rápidamente a una pausa. Ya tenemos creo que tenemos a nuestro invitado en cabinas, así que vamos rápidamente a una pausa y luego estaremos con el ministro Elodio Aragón tan pronto estos anuncios. No se vayan.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macau River. Sample a Kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. DigiNet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future. and nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, Diginet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by Diginet. Diginet Boost, now available countrywide.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, rush runs, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Calling all football fans to the Louisiana field, where the Aragon's Christmas Cup continues this Sunday, October 13. As we move on with week 3 of the tournament, the games for Sunday will be played as follows. At 1 p.m. will be Santa Cruz Killer Bees versus Progreso FC. Game 2 at 3 p.m. will be Sinbad FC versus Agas Pine Ridge. Final and third game of the day at 5 p.m. will be Resto del Mundo FC versus Guinea Grass FC. Don't miss out on the action. Come and support our local players at the Aragon's 2019 Christmas Cup at the Louisiana Football Field in Orange Walk Town. See you there!
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
The ongoing technological evolution constantly transforms the way we live our lives. The introduction of our national fiber network creates the opportunity for Belizeans to live the digital lifestyle. Today, Digi is proud to introduce Dana, Belize's first artificially intelligent automated assistant. Dana is the modern customer service experience. Available 24/7, Dana can provide Digi prepaid and postpaid customers with directory information, credit and plan balances, product and promo information, and more. Just talk to Dana. Want to check your credit balance? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, what's my credit balance?
New Digi promotions? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, any new Digi promotions?
Dial 113 for directory assistance and dial 119 to talk to Dana. Digi remains committed to introducing the latest in cutting-edge technologies. Transforming Belize, one technology at a time. Try Dana today.
Thank you for calling Digi Customer Service.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show. Son exactamente las 7:25, 7:25. Please join me this morning in saying good morning and welcome to Minister Elodio Aragon. Good morning, Minister.
Morning, morning.
How are you doing this morning?
Doing fine.
I'm glad to hear that.
It's a wonderful day. I mean, lovely. Out there, sun and everything. So it looks like it's going to be a great day. And
it looks like it's going to be a great day. I'd just like to inform the public that I saw a little while ago Chicky coming in with the little flying saucer, which this is the way I refer to it, the little flying saucer. And I go like, I'd like to announce that it's back in order. 302-2170 is the number to call if you'd like to voice your concern or ask a question. 302, the old number is right back again in function. 302-2170. Obviously, I'd like to remind you that if you need to send your texts, Mr. Checky Usher is not with us this morning, but you can send it to my number, 638-6415. I repeat, 638-6415, 638-6415. Si quieres mandar textos, pero nuestro número ya está de vuelta funcionando, 302-2170, para aquellas personas que quisieran llamar. De nuevo, buenos días.
Yes, well, good morning to all radio listeners and TV viewers out there. It's a pleasure being here, and I just want to wish a top of the morning to all of you all, no matter where you are listening to us or viewing us. No,
I saw you in court last week.
Yeah, I was there.
I got a glimpse of it last week, and I go like, what's going on? And then I saw you come out, shaking hands with everybody and feeling good about it. What got on there?
No, well, I guess I don't know if people don't know, but the PUP had challenged, I think, 12 persons from the east. No?
In other words, trying to take them off the list.
Yes, trying to get them off the list. No? And basically, they took 12 people to court. At the end of the day, we went there, and all those submissions for objections were squashed and dismissed immediately, no? Because they had no basis. And I think that of the 12 persons, I think everybody was actually out there. I think everybody who went to and transferred were there, to defend their name. So
in other words, saying we talk about I live there.
Yeah. So that the issue, as far as I'm concerned, is that they were just there as the PUP as usual. They do these things to try to, how would I put it, intimidate people. That's a game I believe they played. That is a game they've always been playing. I think just leading up to the objections in court, you had when people were going to register, they used to go there and take pictures. And that these are all people paid by the PUP to be out there. And my greatest concern was that anybody where they go register or transfer, they are taking pictures of people, which to me is intimidation. And to me, it's not good because, imagine they walk there for go register people, they're right there to take a picture. How you feel about that, I think that's terrible. It's about intimidation. And at the end of the
it's an invasion of my privacy, actually.
Of course. You go transfer and register, and then they're right there, they take picture, and then they put your name. What is worse than that is that they take and you unilaterally then just put your name per news. And put it I don't know if it was on CTV3, and they put it on Facebook, actually putting people's names out there, which to me is irresponsible and one shame on them, because people have the right to go and transfer, go on and register. There's a process for objections and all of these things. The PUP knows it fully well, but they step out of the bounds of that, trying to intimidate people and trying to put people, be irresponsible and put people's name on Facebook with them pictures sometimes.
But isn't it ironic, sir? Isn't it ironic, sir, that when election day comes, and if a lot of people saying that, especially in certain areas, and especially like Central Division, that prior to this re-registration, there are about 900 people who nobody knew.
Yeah.
Nobody knows where they're from. Nobody knows where they live, and they're just in the central list, but nobody knows. So, isn't it ironic that the PUP would be trying to do this disenfranchisement when at the end of the day they have been the perpetrators of the very same thing in the past, where they have included 900 people into Central Division, and God knows where they live. And so many people, 60 people living on Baker Street, and 70 people living in one house on another house, etc., etc., etc. Is it ironic?
To me,
do as I say, but don't do as I do.
Just hypocritical. I think that's all they are. Because on the day for the objections, the mayor wasn't even out there. He sent people there and I think he just play people. That's all he did. And I feel sorry for them people because they go out there on baseless, clueless. They just waste the court's time.
What's noteworthy, sir, is that also
and waste of people's time.
They pretty much lost throughout.
Countrywide, yeah.
So because I'm following with some degree of concern the one in the Caribbean Shores Division, and with what was it, Commissioner Broster or something like that. Number 1 Kelly Street, the famous address, and which brings to mind, where is exactly his home for some people.
Well,
because they could claim that they live here and then they also live someplace else. And at the end of the day, where do you live?
You say your home is where you define where you live. There are people who work. So for the most part, I remember when I was a police officer, I used to leave Monday morning and I come back till Friday night. And I stay home Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday I'm gone again.
May we take this call,
yeah,
sir?
Sure.
Sugar City Morning Show, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're talking about re-registration. I would like to ask Mr. Aragon what he thinks about all these Guatemalans that are registering in our country right? Both political parties. I'm not pointing only on one. I'm pointing on a generalization of Guatemalans voting in our elections, right? When there is a clause in our constitution that reads that any country that has a claim or a type of belief cannot be a citizen of this country. Yet, both political parties have done this, and are still doing it at this time and age. We're still registering Guatemalans in our country, right? And that's a shame for both political parties. And even as of today, I mean, this actual year, we're still registering Guatemalans, right? Where is our patriotism? Where is our love for country? When as politicians they're registering Guatemalans just to an election. And that's a shame on political parties to do that. As patriots, we're supposed to stand our ground and be Belizeans, right? And I'm blaming both political parties, and I'm blaming the party in power right now that is doing it.
Yeah.
It's a shame on the parties doing that. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thanks to you,
Thank
sir.
you,
Your
Carla.
comments.
Yeah, first of all, it's not like they are registering Guatemalans. Nobody can just go register anybody. You understand? There's a process, there's a system in place, and it's not I don't think it has to do with government.
First of all, you have to become Belizean.
Of course, nobody could just, Guatemalan cannot walk in right now the election and boundaries and register for vote. That doesn't happen, none at all. That is not true. What you have is Guatemalans who have been here and who have gone through the process in terms of nationalization, who have now become Belizeans because of the amount of years they have been here and things like that. You know, you have a lot of Guatemalans who, you're calling Guatemalans, but in fact they are now Belizeans because they renounced Guatemala and were given nationality here in Belize. And you have Guatemalans who have been here living for decades out here, for years. Maybe some of them from when they were small, they have been here. Some of them have kids here who are Belizeans, etc. Some Guatemalans have married Belizeans. So these people have formalized themselves and gotten nationality. Having gotten nationality, they can then officially register.
At the end of the day, I don't want to be the
vote.
devil's advocate, but
You know?
is that exactly what the clause refers to? That if there's a problem with Guatemalans, that they cannot be made?
No. As far as I know, there's nothing we say that Guatemalans cannot register. Well, Guatemalans cannot register in the first place. Let's make it clear again. You have to be nationalized, a Belizean, to be able to register for vote. I think the only time you find where you have, and I will say, people who are not, who are foreigners, who end up voting during an election, like for instance a village council election. You had a lot of people who, once you live, the law basically states once you live in the village for 2 months or more, you can vote in that village. And if you got residency, you can vote. You know, so you have a lot of people who have residency and were able to vote who are not
it's a pity
Belizeans.
that I don't recall.
And these are the laws that I believe must be changed because village elections are no longer where you're going to leave village and then come together. Everything has turned very political, and I do think that the laws will have to change that governs elections in a village council. But those things have to be worked out, and I think election and boundaries have to look into these matters. But when it comes to yes, right now, for instance, right now what is happening, and a lot of people don't know, Guatemalans right now are barred from having nationality right now. Mm-hmm. That means nobody who is a Guatemalan could file right now and apply for nationality.
That's what
and
I have
get
just
their
been
nationality.
updated on.
Right, so no Guatemalan can now apply and get nationality. So I hope the Carla is hearing us. What happens right now, the farthest a Guatemalan can apply for is residency. They cannot apply for nationality because of the situation that is happening between Belize and Guatemala. Guatemala is basically not accepting their citizens to renounce Guatemala. And our laws in our country state that a person of a different nationality, especially like Guatemala, can only get nationality if they renounce their citizenship of Guatemala. But Guatemala is not accepting it. So basically, Belize cannot go ahead and issue nationality if they cannot renounce. So they're in a catch 22 situation where Guatemala is not accepting their renunciation, so Belize cannot give them nationality. So that is a serious situation in terms that a lot of Guatemalans are not being able to be processed to nationality. We still have other citizens from other countries like Honduras, etc., who have been here, gone through the process. They are eligible to get up to nationality, provided they meet all the criteria and in that process to become a believer.
So categorically, sir, we can actually say that the nationalization of Guatemalans has been discontinued.
That's right. Well, to a large extent, cannot get their nationality based on the fact that Guatemala is not accepting
So
their
that practice is no longer being held, sir.
Yeah.
And the big question is, why was it even done? But I guess that there's a little thing, and then I apologize for my memory doesn't serve me well right now, but about a couple of years ago, I think a year ago, I was quite up to date with what that little thing there. But in terms of Guatemalans
being able to register right now, the only Guatemalans who can register are people who are already Belizeans.
Mm-hmm. But Guatemalans who wanted to become Belizeans had to declare on the oath that they were renouncing their Guatemalan citizenship. But they had to have some sort of documentation or whatever saying that they renounced Guatemalan citizenship. But Guatemala is saying, I can't do that. Once you're born in Guatemala, you're born in Guatemala, you're born in Guatemala. You're a Guatemalan, so, whatever. So all of a sudden, then that you got into a quagmire there, and you go like, well, we can't proceed with that right now.
Yeah. So that is the situation.
I'd like to share with the caller that for the moment, the nationalization has been discontinued.
Yeah. So that is not happening, none at all,
Let's take a break. It's exactly 7:39. Our first break, and we'll be right back with you after these messages.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Rosfrans, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Rosfrans.
Someone home? Yes, someone coming. Let's go. Sa. Fastest question of the day. What you the letter?
Who sent me the letter?
That sign right there. You can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you that do it too?
Oh man, no.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in, dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the environment.
So all of that? Well, now that you put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother. That's 5 cents question of the day.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent German Vega and Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
There's no need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters. Belize's northern islands and reef are just a boat ride away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea, or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a traffic jam you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 17 minutes before 8 o'clock. Las 8 menos 17 minutos. Bienvenidos de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show. Como dije, estamos transmitiendo en vivo desde Nortevisión, Canal 10, hasta sus hogares. Muchas gracias por permitirnos llegar hasta sus hogares. De nuevo con el ministro Elodio Aragón. Y estamos hablando de el esfuerzo del PUP de tratar de sacar ciertas personas de las listas. Un esfuerzo bastante irónico, porque en el pasado se podía categóricamente decir de que el PUP era el culpable, más culpable, de hacer justamente meter personas que nunca viven en esta área, y ahora irónicamente está tratando de sacar personas del otro lado, porque supuestamente, según ellos, no viven en la área. Pero han perdido en varios municipios esos esfuerzos, y aquí el señor ministro estuvo presente en la función la semana pasada, aquí en la Corte, donde cancelaron los esfuerzos del PUP y dijeron, ¿sabes qué? Las listas que tú dices, los nombres que tú dices que no son de ahí, no viven ahí, van a quedar ahí porque tú no has logrado convencerme de que no viven ahí. Así que un gane fuerte para el UDP ahí.
Yeah, but to me, it's just, that should have never been the case. Mm-hmm. Because the PUP, as far as I'm concerned, they only did this to frustrate people and to waste the court's time. And I say the court's time because the magistrate has a lot of important cases to be held.
But important enough, sir, if I may interject, that these people, if they were permitted to stay on the list, they could have voted.
Yeah, of course. And for me, they're just really there for intimidation and that, because as they got up, it was obvious basically what they did was anybody wouldn't suspect, put in name. Which was, to me, irresponsible. You don't do that, man.
Desperate, maybe?
Yeah, well, I don't know what is the case, but to me, it was irresponsible that I just assume, live, make you put your name. I saw the amount of people who were frustrated in terms of they had to skip their work that day or at least reach later work. The magistrate, obvious, they waste for she time. Because the man got up there, I don't have nothing on. Well, they waste of time.
Tell me where got up.
They had nothing, but the sad thing, how would I put it? Not even the representative, the standard bearer went out there. They never did it. Mm-hmm. And not only were the cases struck out in the east, they were struck out in central and north, whatever cases that were brought up to. And I don't waste of time. But at the end of the day, that has not deterred anybody from registering, and I hope that it doesn't, because everybody has a right to go register in terms of registering as a new voter or transferring. Right now, of course, the transfer period is over. The next transfer period will be until July and August next year. But people registering right now, normal registering, I just ask people to continue registering, not make PUP go there and intimidate you, because that is what they did. Anybody where they walk out, they go and take pictures of people. How low is that? That is, as far as I'm concerned, they want to scare people. I don't know what their tactic is, but definitely it is one that I don't support in terms of what they do, putting your name on Facebook, putting your pictures, making accusations that's there, where they don't know. That's low. That's really low. As far as I'm concerned, that is intimidation. Mm-hmm. People could go and transfer, and we were talking about it right now. Where do you live? Mm-hmm. Right? I used to, like I tell you, 5 days out of the week I was away because I used to work out of town. But my home is in Orange Walk. So if I live 4, 5 days, 5 nights, I live out there, does not mean that this is not my home in Orange Walk and this is my house. I do there because I do work.
You reside there
Of
temporarily,
course,
but this is coming back home.
In situations like that, I could choose where I want to be registered. I spend 5 days out in a Cayo or Belmopan, and I live 3 nights here at my house. But I could decide where I want to live because that is your right as a citizen, because I have 2 homes. I could decide which one of them homes want to be me, and nobody's supposed to stop me from registering. You understand? Because it is where you call yourself home. You know, if I spend most of my nights there, I could register here, but if I live here and this is my home too, I could register here. If you got 2 homes, you could decide where you want to live, you know. Nobody can disenfranchise you from registering. That is your constitutional right to be able to vote. And the sad thing is that the PUP don't look into these matters. They just outrightly, they take your picture, put your name, put your name on Facebook, etc. To me, that is terrible. That is low. How do you do that to people, right? And that was my greatest thing, is that they were out there trying to intimidate people from doing what they need to do as a citizen of this country, which is to either register or transfer. You have your right to do that, you know. And well, I'm glad that they went to court and the magistrate just lashed in. Just so basically
they
lost terribly. I wouldn't even call it a case because they didn't even basically started anything. The magistrate asked the person, "What are you objecting for?" Right? Well, they kind of think they live there, sir. That was it. The magistrate said, "Is that no proof that they don't live there?" Then that showed all the cases. You know? But that is how low, as far as I'm concerned, the PUP will go. Right? But anyway, that to me, that has a good lesson. And not only here, but across the country here, the same situation caught them, you know.
Notwithstanding that delay, per se, because these things sometimes come up as delays, and like you go like, Christ, I have to go do this, I have to go deal with that. But work keeps going on in Orange Walk East Division.
Of course, man, of course. We always try to do some certain things. Well, first of all, I want to say that I want to talk about the expansion of the lights. I think last time we mentioned it was going to happen in Palmar.
But it's still an ongoing project.
Of course, it's a still ongoing project. Right now, we have a lot of lights that have gone up in Palmar. And we try to put these lights, especially where people have their homes, etc., and light up the areas, and that has been done. So
how is it being received by the
I think it's being received well, very, very well. A lot of people have called me and said, "Thanks, Mr. Aragon, I gave me light." You know, I think it goes a long way because it's all about security. It's all about being able that you could walk the night and know that you could see at least the road getting to your home. You know, and this is a part of our continued program that we have been doing. I don't know, see, we have the lights, some of the pictures showing up the posts with lights, etc. You know, and we try to, when we made these recommendations in terms of pushing this thing, because this thing not just happened because, I say I want lighting in my community. We have to go through a lot of stuff with BL to get these lights to come in. First, in Palmar, we had to do the expansion of posts, which we did, I think, last year, and we continue to do this year along with getting the lights up now.
So there's a lot of logistical work.
Of course, it takes time. It takes time. We had to do a lot of stuff, and this is a continued program. We promised that this would be taking place in Palmar. It is taking place already from, I think, last week or 2 weeks now, and we continue because I think they still have 1 or 2 more lights. I'm not too sure. I'll have to check and see to ensure that all the lights that they had promised us is being done, right? Of course, there are still other little areas that we might have missed that we need for no lobby to get lights on, but we are working on those things because, you know, that is our commitment. In terms of Carmelita, I was there this weekend. All the posts are up basically. Right now, all the what you call not the generators, the big transformers are up likewise, and all that is left now, what I have gotten to understand is that we need one more last phase in terms of the lights to go up. But what happens with BL, a lot of the work is contracted out when it comes to putting up the lights. So we have to now wait to see that final phase in Carmelita Village. So although we have put up some lights in the village, the new expansion area will be receiving some lights likewise. So that is yet to be done. In Palmar, I'm glad to say We have gotten a lot of lights up already because we had first done the expansion of posts and electricity. And so now the lights are going up as promised, and I feel good about it. You know, it goes a long way. So that is a very good thing right now in terms of lights. And apart from that, I want to say that in Santa Marta this week, remember we had expanded posts and electricity. This week they started with lights in Santa Marta, putting up lights. So
great.
Santa Marta, I don't know if these guys have the pictures, but we have a number of areas that were lighted, actually received their light. And I tell you, I feel so good for this is in Santa Marta right here. All these posts got light. We don't put post light on every post. It's one in, one out, and things like that. And so Santa Marta,
even at that, it's a big
of course, a big thing. If you look at the people out there, they never ever had lights on these posts. And a lot of these posts that you see are new posts that we put in. So that now, first we get the expansion of posts with electricity, then afterwards we come and put the lights. So, I feel very good. Again, Santa Marta this week, basically lights are going up. And I know these people out there are very appreciative because that is one of the things that they have not been having for a long
Let
time.
me get this called Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Aragon.
Yeah, morning.
You're doing your job. It appears that you're doing your job. But we're talking about electricity now, and it brings to mind the promise that the Prime Minister did concerning electric cars. He only said electric cars, and that by bringing electric cars to Belize, the consumption of fuel would go down by 50%. I think he's in cloud nine. He's dreaming. Why? Because I can tell you this. In the Keys, they have golf carts. And the price for a golf cart is between $25,000 to $28,000. And that's a used golf cart. Now, what will be the price for an electric car? How far can an electric car go? What distance you'll have a charging station? How long will it take to charge a car when the battery goes down? All these questions were not answered. Where's the infrastructure for this? Right? They said that BEL will bring in the electric cars for them to try. It's like a person that has a butane distributing company. He won't burn gasoline. He will burn butane. Likewise, BEL is bringing electric cars. They have the power. They will charge it, and it won't cost them anything. Now, what we need to do is to bring down electricity. That would be good. That would be a beautiful thing. And I applaud him when he said that they're planning to put solar panels farm. That's good, right? And once you put that farm, electricity is supposed to come down. Because the initial cost for power is high, but in 2-3 years you have gotten back your investment, right? So when you're talking about electric cars, that's in cloud nine. We're dreaming. Let us talk about bringing down electricity. You're doing a good job putting power to Santa Marta. Very good. You're doing your job. That's your job as a representative, right? But when it comes to try to bamboozle the country and tell them by bringing electric cars, the fuel consumption will come down by 50%, that's dreams. That's in cloud nine. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, everybody is entitled to their opinion. I remember way back. You see, with technology moves so fast nowadays that you can't say that it is in cloud nine. I don't. Right now, if I tell you 30 years ago, in terms of the use of a cell phone, you'd may say, you crazy, huh? Right? That this can't happen. That you can't. They make one international call. Wait to somebody in Europe
or that you could be watching the person,
or they watch a game live playing,
face to face,
half a world away. 30 years ago, you'd have said, sure, that is far out, blown out off your mind. I remember the first phones when I was young. All right, this is what, not even 30 years ago, you could put it roughly. You had a handheld phone in terms of your long line, and hold one. And then eventually you had a big bag phone on a size like this, where your box like a big radio. And then from there, the industry took off so fast that it gets smaller and smaller until now you're going to computer basically the back in your hand. And so technology right now is so quickly evolving. Electric cars is just not happening now. They're not something we just pop up yesterday, you know. The concept of electric cars and that has been around for us for at least a good last 10 or 15 years.
Or maybe more.
Or more, right? But I will tell you, when those industries or those technologies take off, it's going to take off so fast, you will be surprised, you know? And so it's hard for us to say, oh, that technology not happen right now. Oh, this, that one, dream it. Hey, I don't think the Prime Minister mentioned it in a way that, oh, that it will happen tomorrow. This thing, no. This is something that we have, as a country, have to begin to look, especially when it comes to resources in terms of energy. Because energy costs to produce, whether it comes from the hydro, whether it comes from diesel, whether it comes from solar, all of these things have one cost. And I agree with the caller. Yes, of course, the government must begin to always look to trying to see how we reduce our energy. But I will tell you, the cost of energy now, they go down, it goes up, because the demand is always there too. So that's not an easy fix for anybody, but I do believe that definitely like solar and other things, we have to begin to look at those things, because, I mean, if it could save us, and I think one time in Cabinet they brought up, I think it came from Omar Figueroa, where they're trying to, with the solar, allow everybody to do solar, not only hotels, but every citizen of this country could put their own solar stuff in their house, tap on the ceilings, and whatever power they don't use, sell it to the grid. Do you understand? And that way we could be a country where we have enough power for generate to cover all the needs of our people. So I don't know I expert with electricity and things, but I do think that we have to be open in terms of technology, in terms of where we might want to see things go. And I don't think the Prime Minister may talk about, oh, tomorrow I start. A big company like BL maybe could test electric. And I will tell you, I once had an opportunity to go to a cycle company, a company that makes motorcycles. And they have motorcycles that travel 100 and odd miles on one charge on these cycles. And they're all electric. And I'm thinking, man, slow, but they're not slow. Them bugger go up to 70 kilometers, the speed, you know. 70 kilometers per hour on a charge, and they go for close to 100 miles. So those technologies are already out there, because you could actually add and buy these cycles. So for me, I would be open to say that we cannot just say that was one pie in the sky dream. Everything is relative in terms of technology right now. We are getting so fast, so we're moving so quickly in terms of how development in terms of due to technology is out there. We can't rule out nothing. And I do understand him, because he must have said, well, oh, this not happen. I tend to hold back my comments when it comes to technology, because we move so fast that I can't tell you, oh, that this pen no be one pen where we're not change in the next year or two.
So to close that topic there, we can easily say that the Prime Minister's comments were made given the fact that technology is moving so fast that the concept of electric cars is not too far away.
That's right. No, look, man, a simple thing like cameras. Basically, one time you got a camera that was simple. Right now, you have camera will light up if somebody it detects somebody. You have cameras who have infrared. You have infrared.
Sir, with thermal. This phone, I have a program that I can
face recognition. Wait, see how he don't know the who. You know, it's. I mean, the technology is so advanced right now.
I can light the. If I had a swimming pool, I can put the lights on in the swimming pool. I can put on my porch light. I can do just about anything with a telephone right now. With the applications, you know. So technology is moving so fast that it's there's no telling where it's going.
Yeah,
there's no telling where it's going.
Very true.
But
yeah,
so back to earth, like they would say. Yes, we'd like to see some, and we agree with you. We'd like to see some effort to reduce it. But you and I know that electricity, well, the price of fuel goes up and down, goes up and down. Saudi Arabia was just recently bombarded by a drone that pretty much took the price of fuel 50% up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But Emmanuel,
and the price of fuel fluctuates accordingly, sir. So we then are just victims.
But I think one of the points the caller made, which is fair enough, is that yes, we have to focus on being more self-sufficient in terms of power, electricity. And I think those are the things, and that's why I think the government right now is looking at the solar, because at the end of the day, the hydro alone we cannot rely on. That alone don't meet all the requirements of this country. We are buying a lot of electricity from Mexico, so we have to reduce that. And if it's homegrown power, then it more than likely might become cheaper. We are not too sure, but at the end of the day, I do think that is something that the government is focusing to see how we can be self-sufficient in terms of electricity. I do believe that will take some time, but nevertheless, it is something that we have to keep our focus on so that it becomes a reality.
We need to take a break, or 8 o'clock break, 3 minutes after 8 o'clock. Don't get old if you don't have to. Las 8:03. Vamos a tomar esta pausa a esta hora y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes luego de estos anuncios. Vamos a la pausa. It's back to school time once again, and the only store to visit for all your back to school needs is A&R Store on Baker Street here in Orange Walk Town. Visit them for the absolute largest assortment of school bags in the country, with brands like JanSport, Skechers, Everest, Capsule, and character bags like Mickey and Minnie Mouse, Jojo, Siwa, Unicorn, and so much more. Remember, A&R Store is your one-stop source for all your school supplies like exercise books, folders, sheets, dry eraser boards, foam boards, crayon and coloring books, plus so much more. Plus, they have a wide assortment of housewares, including bed sheets, cookware, and garbage containers in all sizes, and at the best prices in town. Visit A&R on Baker Street today, now with extended hours to better serve you, from 8 a.m. through to 6 p.m., Monday to Saturday. A&R Stores, where prices do make all the difference.
World-class spaces for Belizean athletes to thrive and fans to enjoy. Our new basketball and multipurpose arenas have proven their worth, attracting regional and international sporting events and hosting expos, conferences, and proud graduates. Your government moving Belize forward.
Have you ever noticed the development that's taking place in your town or in your city? Maybe it's because you've been too busy enjoying the results. More for Belizeans, more for Belize, the government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous, or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macau River. Sample a kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillett's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show. Las 8:08. I'd like to share again with you that our telephones are now functioning exceedingly well. 302-2170, that's the number to call. I apologize for the days when it was out of commission, but for some reason or the other, it was just not functioning. I like to share with you again, quiero compartir con ustedes de que nuestros teléfonos ya están de vuelta en orden. 302-2270 es el número para llamar. Y obviamente si quieres mandar textos, por favor, siempre puedes llamar a mi teléfono personal, 638-6415, si es un texto, es un mensaje. Si es llamada por decir, hablar, lo que sea, ya usas el número 302-2170 y con mucho gusto te atenderemos. Ahora de vuelta con el ministro Elodio Aragón, que pareciera como si nunca termina de hacer cosas para el subdivisión. Y tanto así de que la persona que llamó anteriormente lo ha felicitado y le ha dicho de que está haciendo su trabajo y está cumpliendo con su responsabilidad. Muchas gracias por eso. De vuelta con usted.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Emmanuel. And it's like I said, it's always great being here. But you know, I was here just before the 21st, right? I think I was here about the 19th of the show, September. And I just want to take a time to thank everybody who came out and supported us for the parade, you know.
I mean, ask about it.
Yeah, and you know, I just want to thank, went very well. I think, you know, everything that we did to welcome the parade into the East was good. You know, I felt extremely good because we had up to the Deputy Prime Minister came to Orange Walk to do the parade with us, and I felt good about that. And I also felt very, very good for having a lot of people who came out to walk with us. You know, every year we walk, but we don't usually got big crowd. But this year we had a lot of people came out and really joined us, you know. I invited a number of people to join to walk with me like I do every September. And we got a good turnout, and, you know, I felt very good about it. And I think the entire parade went well. And so I just want to thank everybody who came out and were with us, who walked with us. And, you know, I think it was a very wonderful September celebration.
So, being the controversy, the what you call it, the tourist that I am, any efforts at trying to overshadow the Orange Walk East Division, or you, were completely futile.
Yeah,
because you rise to the occasion and you said, tell her what, ya aquí mando. This is my area.
Yeah. Oh, we had a good turnout, you know, and going through the Liberty Avenue, I think that is, for me, you know, it passes right in front of the office, you know, and we did our best to have all of our residents in the East who come out, because I know a lot of them assembled at the Liberty Avenue, being that it was going to be there. You know, I think everything went well, you know, everything that we planned in terms of the bar that we actually put out there for the people. You know, it was not really about making money. It was all about giving that service to our public so that they could have a fine time during the September celebrations parade.
With no problems,
we had no incident whatsoever. Everything went well, you know, and I think the parade passing through there was well received by the residents, and of course, you know, we promoted that. So, you know, I just want to thank everybody who basically came out to the parade and all those people who walked with us. I wanted to say thank you. We really appreciate it. It was a pleasure for us
I'm going to rely
walk
completely
together.
on your
And I think you have some of the pictures there.
Some of the pictures there.
Yeah, we were right out there. I think there was at the park getting ready to move off. But it was a good walk, and I'll tell you, we had a lot of people who came out there to support us, and I just thank them from the bottom of my heart. I think the DPM was there too, Patrick Faber with his two kids. I haven't seen, well, this is my first time that I'm having. We have gotten leaders that came down, and I think having Patrick come down was good. We also had the float. I was forgetting the float. We did a wonderful float out there, and that was good.
Float, you call it.
Well, you could call it a UDP float, yeah. It's basically it was a joint thing between myself and Danny that we put together a float to participate in the parade, and I think everybody who basically joined us really enjoyed themselves out there. It was a great time for being patriotic. I mean, that you could come out with your friends, your family, and we come together and say, let's walk, man, let's do this parade, and let's have a good time walking and hailing people and just being together. And, I felt very good that this year we had a lot of support. A lot of people came out and they said, no, man, we will walk with you. Because, during that time, a lot of people want to be with their families on the side watching the parade.
They want to watch this.
As opposed to parading.
To actually participate.
Yeah, so getting people out there is not easy. And I had a lot of people who really came out. And that is why I say I want to take the time to really thank all of you all who really came out and joined us there. And walked with us, but we had a good time overall. I really enjoyed myself out there, and it was wonderful.
It's one thing is absolutely clear. It's much more enjoyable to be there as a spectator than as a participant. And some people say, "No man, we like to participate because we like to be in the limelight of things." It depends on what kind of personality you have.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But I'm glad to hear, Minister, that everything went well.
Everything went well, and I think everybody enjoyed themselves.
You came out on top.
Everybody enjoyed themselves, and that to me, I remember way back when I'm young, and I used to go jump up behind it with the big speakers out there. And as a young boy, I remember the great time of you walking for this September celebration, and you celebrating your independence. As a country, as a person who loves your country. I mean, this is one time you could really come out and just with your friends and family celebrate this moment. And I think, to me, that is what independence is about, us remembering that we are independent, an independent nation, a young independent nation, and for us to come together as Belizeans and enjoy ourselves. And having this parade was just one way of showing that. And I think it went very good, and I'm very appreciative of everybody who came out. So thanks for that. But that was good, and I just wanted to highlight that because sometimes we tend to forget to thank people in terms of coming out, but it was wonderful. But apart what is happening right now, and this is a very big thing for us right now, is the start last 2 weeks. We're 2 weeks in now in terms of the Aragon's Christmas Cup. I think I mentioned that was going to start. And I will tell you right now what we have had to do. Well, we have always taken care of the Louisiana field and the bleachers. I know the bleachers had some. This is the second time I'm putting repairs on the bleachers. The lumber get rotten, and sometimes we don't get a good piece of lumber in there. And so we had a number of little areas that have been damaged.
Need repairs. So
we repaired these things. The only one piece, I think, one of the bleachers, the last bleachers on the left, needs. I think the piece of the roof may blow off with the strong breeze. I think last year, and so we have to work on that yet. But apart from that, all the bleachers have been fixed, so we now have no problem for people to go there and sit down. So that is what we had to do in terms of repairing the bleachers, and also we had to fix some of the lights. Not all the lights were working. Right now, I could tell you we have the bleachers fixed, except for the roof that we need to work. There. Yeah, okay. And we fix up the lights likewise at the place.
But just quickly, Minister, I just wanted to break there and to explain to the people to please take care of those lights.
Yeah.
Because they can be mighty expensive.
Yeah, they're expensive. They do cost, but the cost in terms for me is important because at the end of the day, you can't put one cost for young people out there. are using the field. So for me, whatever it costs to get these lights up, we do our best to get those up. And so right now, I will tell you, right now we have prepared that field in terms of the field itself, the chopping of the field, the cleaning, the preparation we have done for the Aragon's Christmas Cup in terms of light bleachers. All of these things have been done. And the last 2 weeks we have had games. We had the opening last 2 weeks, and then this weekend that passed by, we had the second game. And I will tell you the second round of games, and we have a total of 12 football clubs participating, 12 teams. And these teams, I will tell you, man, you go out there. I think this is the best year so far in terms of the quality of the teams, the players, the makeup of players. We have some good operation in terms of the how the teams are playing. You can't say, well, I am a clear winner.
It's going to be a clear win.
Yeah, no. Right now, I think the teams are playing good, and you have some nice teams that are out there right now that have come up.
I passed there on Sunday and I saw that there was a lot of vehicles parked inside.
Man, we had the
opening.
opening.
My sister was there and asking, what's going on here? I said, is it Christmas, Aragon Christmas Cup that's going on? And we saw the amount of people that were there. It's good. It's good for
we
you,
have
Minister.
one big crowd coming out every Sunday. That place is full. We got, I said, nothing less than 100 adults being there. Easy every weekend, and you know it's a. I really appreciate it because I see our young people involved in something positive, which is sports. I mean, you know, right now with all the negative influences out there like drugs, etc., I am glad to know that at least we are having them participate and being occupied for the next 10 weeks in something meaningful, which is sports. And this Aragon's Christmas Cup is something, this is the 5th year it is being done right now. And I feel proud of it is because nobody could say, well, this is a government and that this is something that I started way back before I was a minister. And we are continuing it, and it's only being moved it's going from point to point, and we're getting better at
Where
everything
would you like
that
to
we are
see
doing.
it go, sir?
Well, I would like to see it to get to an extent where it's really even bigger, you know, and I think it's getting there right now. For the 5th year, I'll tell you right now, we have far better teams now coming together, you know, so everybody is vying for this cash prize, and we have the biggest paid out cash prize right now I would want to see in the country, you know, that we give. And it goes a long way because, you know, I feel proud every time I go there and I get one chance for mingle with people from the East. I get one chance for watch the game, and of course maybe take one day out there, you know.
Nothing
But
wrong with that.
you know, it for me it's for me to be out there and watching our young people in action. And I will tell you, go there, you watch the kind of goals them they put out there. They're not joking. You know, we have good talent in this country, and I've always loved football. And for us to be able to organize this event, for me, just having these young people come out there, for me, that is priceless. And I feel very good about it, and that is why we do this every year. We're well organized. I want to thank again the committee, because this is not an easy thing. I don't feel that I only me to do this. We have a committee that sits and organizes everything from the games, how they are played, to ensure that they have ref, that the fields are cut, everything.
I understand that.
You know, and this is for 10 weeks because this tournament is going on until December. Until mid-December, we come to a close.
When I asked you about where would you like to see it go, it's very simply because, like, you know, and perhaps this commentary will be better applied on the summer workshops, etc., especially, you know. But yes, I see that we're training a lot of people who have a lot of talent, and you see them perform on the court or on the field, and they're good, damn good. But at the same time, the big juicy bad words coming out of their mouth, like nothing. In other words, we're developing their skills, their sports skills, but helping them grow as human beings in respect of other people and themselves. How far are we going with that?
Well, I think, you know, everybody have to do their part, and I think even individual persons have to do their part in terms of that. And I think sportsmanship goes a long way, you know, because when you play sport, you get discipline. You have to do that on certain times, you know. You have to. We expect you for playing a certain way.
But is that sometimes just theoretical? Because at the end of the day, if it were so, then why do we hear? Why am I discouraged sometimes in just going to some of the bands and so forth? Why I'm throwing this, sir, is because some time ago I had the privilege of being involved with bringing down a band from San Jose Socots, which is one of the best bands that I've seen perform. And one of the things that immediately grabbed my attention was the fact that there was respect for each and everyone. Each participant had to respect the other one, and there was no cursing, there was no bad words, despite the fact that there were close to 100 people. And I asked about it, and I go like, "No, Mr. Martinez, we are actually this is a two-way thing. We're actually being asked to grow in respect of other people, and as much as grow in appreciation of the music." And that was good.
No, I think, for me, sports goes a long way, and we can't fix every problem out there, but I do think that people have to me, it's all about growing, it's a stage in growing, and definitely sports lends itself for our youth to be involved positively with stuff. Of course, we can't solve the world's problems. I mean, how people behave and their attitudes and behavior goes a long way from their homes and their interaction, but involved in positive interactions such as sports, for me, is doing a part in trying to help. But so I feel very good about this Christmas Cup, and I want to thank all the team captains, the team leaders, the people who brought these football clubs together in terms of, because easy. For make you have to say, I have a football club, or I have this team, and I sponsor jersey, boots, and just to get these guys to come out and train together, and that it costs. It comes with a cost, not only in time, but physically it costs money. And I just want to thank all these football club owners and say to you that you are doing an excellent job. Keep it up.
It's expensive.
It's expensive, and I know it costs your time, but you do it because you love the sport. You want to have a team, and we support that, and that is why we do this cup every year without fail. Because
how many years you have been having it?
5 years now.
So this is the 5th year for the Aragon's Christmas Cup.
Right, and so and for us it is good. So we really
any bigger plans for this year? You said you have 12 teams for this year.
Yeah, 12 teams we have participated.
Is this like the biggest amount or something close?
No, about that. Usually about that we have.
Usually have.
Yeah, but what I like with these teams now is that they are, how would I tell you? We have, in terms of there's no teamwork who say we got it, because they have good. Each team they're good set of players. So. Everybody they try to find the best players and stuff, but at the end of the day, these players across our district has been separated pretty nice. So I think we're having a very good competition.
So there's no clear-cut winner, no clear-cut number 1, number 2, number 3.
Yeah, people have their favorites, of course.
It's going to be a fight.
I think we'll have a very, very good time watching how this tournament unfolds, as it goes towards the championship in December.
I'm so glad to hear that development of sports is going on in the East Division.
Yes, man. So
this is very, very, very glad to hear.
So this is happening, and I take the time to invite everybody. This is going to run for the next 2 weeks have gone, so we got 8 weeks more of every weekend. Sunday we'll be at the Louisiana football field. I ask everybody to come out and enjoy yourself. Bring out we not charge for kids, only adults we charge.
And that will be
$5 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So you could come out and enjoy yourself. Bring the kids and watch your football. Get them involved. Take them out. I tell you, I've been out there for the last 2 weekends, and it's always a pleasure. Finding the time, but I'll tell you, it's nice to go there and watch these young people play and look at the goals that they do. So I invite everybody to come out, and we look forward to seeing you Sunday, ¿no?
¿Permites traducir eso en español?
Sí, man. Yeah.
Quiero a este punto invitarle a toda la gente, no solo a la gente del este, pero a toda la gente de Orinjoak y de las aldeas vecinas y también a los familiares y a los amigos de los mismos equipos que pudieran ser de distintas aldeas, que por favor vayan los domingos al Louisiana Field, porque es donde se está continuando el Aragon's Christmas Cup. ya hay una gran cantidad de apoyo, gracias a Dios. Y este año, pues estamos pidiendo su envolvimiento. Estás en la casa, no tienes nada que hacer, llévate a la familia, donde también estás divirtiéndote viendo el fútbol, pero también tratando de impresionar a tus hijos a que sean parte de ello también, porque eso es una buena forma de mostrarles buen ejemplo. Así que te invito a que seas parte de esto los domingos, recordándoles que por los siguientes 8 domingos van a haber juegos en Louisiana Field, tan pronto a las 2 de la tarde.
Starting at 1 o'clock.
A la 1 de la tarde.
We have 3 games every week.
Y por $5 ver un partido a $1.55, 33 centavos, pues 66 centavos no es nada en absoluto. Así que te invitamos a que seas parte de esto y que también te puedes gozar el momento y entrar en lo que es el regocijo del deporte.
That's right.
Okay. Tomamos una última pausa, 8:28. 8:28, vamos a tomar otra pausa a este momento, que rápido vuela el tiempo, a este momento, y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes luego de estos anuncios. Let's take a break.
Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. Diginet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future. A nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, Diginet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by Diginet. Diginet Boost, now available countrywide.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush Franz, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass Project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Calling all football fans to the Louisiana field, where the Aragon's Christmas Cup continues this Sunday, October 13, as we move on with week 3 of the tournament. The games for Sunday will be played as follows. At 1 p.m. will be Santa Cruz Killer Bees versus Progreso FC. Game 2 at 3 p.m. will be Sinbad FC versus Agas Pine Ridge. Final and third game of the day at 5 p.m. will be Resto del Mundo FC versus Guinea Grass FC. Don't miss out on the action. Come and support our local players at the Aragon's 2019 Christmas Cup at the Louisiana Football Field in Orange Walk Town. See you there.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
The ongoing technological evolution constantly transforms the way we live our lives. The introduction of our national fiber network creates the opportunity for Belizeans to live the digital lifestyle. Today, Digi is proud to introduce Dana, Belize's first artificially intelligent automated assistant. Dana is the modern customer service experience. Available 24/7, Dana can provide Digi prepaid and postpaid customers with directory information, credit and plan balances, product and promo information, and more. Just talk to Dana. Want to check your credit balance? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, what's my credit balance?
New Digi promotions? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, any new Digi promotions?
Dial 113 for directory assistance and dial 119 to talk to Dana. Digi remains committed to introducing the latest in cutting-edge technologies, transforming Belize one technology at a time. Try Dana today.
Thank you for calling Digi Customer Service.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's 8:37, 23 minutes before 9 o'clock, and how time flies quickly. I'm hoping that It's a beautiful morning for you, as just as beautiful as it is for all of us, especially since we have today Minister Elodio Aragon with us, and who has made a commitment to be with us every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks, and try to be as open as possible with the public and to inform the public about what's going on, what he's been doing as an area representative, what he's been doing for each and every community. And believe me, every time he comes, I have greater and greater respect for the work that he does. Minister, it's good to have you here.
Yes, man. It's always a pleasure.
And we were talking about all the work that you've been doing in your division. Okay?
Yes, of course.
We're talking about the sports, development of sports, and about Aragon Christmas Cup, and an invitation to everybody to be a part of it every Sunday. Yes. But you have a lot more, yes?
Yes, of course. You know, we have the East Committee in Orange Walk, which, I have had this committee re-established from the day I decided that I would get into politics. And this committee has always been there doing work, One of the things that they are organizing right now is the 80s Disco Night. They have come up together and said, let's try to get people to come out and, and they said, Minister, you have to come out with Disco Night. So I tell her, all right, I don't really go out one lot like that, but it's an event that they have planned. They are doing an 80s Disco Night. And that will be held at High Five at the disco. And that will be right here on the 18th of October, which will be a Friday night. Next week Friday, is it?
Next week Friday.
Yeah, next week Friday.
That's quick as
so
that.
We're gonna have the disco night that they have organized, and so I said I have some raffles and things that they are doing. So the committee, I must big up the committee. We have a committee that they meet on a regular basis. Otherwise, maybe once every 2 weeks they meet, and they come up with these ideas, and stuff like that. So, they'll be, I guess, the East Committee members will be selling tickets, like tickets and stuff. But definitely, we're inviting everybody who wants to come out and have a fine time out there. I'll be out there likewise, and we're inviting people to come out on next week Friday at High Five. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, High Five is going under some renovations, so. It's a good thing to come out and look at what is being done there. But we'll be out there, and I invite everybody who wants to dance. It's the 80s night,
and for those people who don't know what 80s night means, well, the 80s has been easily categorized as an epic time for music. In other words, that's when you had the British scene, the Tears for Fears, when you had the American scene, you had the best. It was like a renaissance of music, of soft rock. And that's when we have these people produced some of the best songs, Michael Jackson and all of these people. And if you have just suddenly become nostalgic, I want to invite you to come to the 80s Disco Fever night. Michael Jackson night away next week Friday. Hey, this is good music.
Yeah, man,
good music
and good company.
And the Donna Summers and the Diana Ross.
Bring out your girlfriend or your wife
and whatever. I believe me. This is good, and really feel like
yes, man, it'll be good, and the committee has said they're going to organize it well. And so we invite everybody to come out and be a part of this event. I think the tickets go for $10 for a ticket. So, and it will go to awardee cars because the committee always supports a lot of the events that we're doing, and they organize a number of things. So, it's for a good cause, and I want to thank again all the members of our committee that are there, who are organizing and working towards.
And I have great respect and pride for those people who say, "Give me a couple of tickets because I want to support." And it's not only about receiving, it's about giving as well. And this time we're asking you to give your support to this cause, because many times we are on the receiving end and we don't reciprocate. So, mi invitación es ser parte de este esfuerzo. El siguiente viernes, Disco Night in High Five.
We're going to throw it down, no? You have to go there, Emmanuel, and dance and leave it, but it's going to be fun. and we look forward to seeing people out there.
Mhm.
Yeah, so apart
¿Qué
from
más tienes? Because
well, of
tienes una
course,
lista
you know,
larga.
we have other committees. Like I said, we have committees in every village, and right now I think Champion Ridge is organizing a barbecue.
Mhm.
I think that will be next week. Sometime next week, likewise, they'll have their barbecue. So we ask people to support. And of course, we have other committees that are working on other stuff, you know. But that is what we have right now. And I would want to say that that of course in this over the weekend, you know, we have. I know a lot of people use the road in Santa Marta. It's been a long while since we have gone and fixed it up. I think the last repairs we did was a couple of months ago. But we ended up sending the public works equipment out there, and right now that road is good. It's Santa
Despite the
Marta.
rains?
Despite the rains, right? So, because they did this work, I think last week we sent last weekend we sent them out. So, I think they have done a work on the road. So it's we can't pave the road at this point in time, but at least we are maintaining it. And we had a chance to go into the village of Santa Marta. But I'll tell you, you know, it is sad right now. It's sad when we went there because the football field is high. You know we have.
Wait, hold on. The football
park.
field
Yes,
is
man.
overgrown?
You know, and to
But
me,
this never used to happen?
no, it never used to happen. We had one cheerleader. I think the last time we had Miss Marta Julia, who was a cheerleader. She was there, along with one counselor we had, right? And these two persons, they used to keep their village clean. And they never used to get help from me. I would have sent in, try getting the bushag to go in there maybe once every 2 months to help, 3 months to help them with the roadside and stuff like that. But when it comes to their football field, when it comes to the park, when it comes to the community center, they took care of that. And it was only two persons. Right now we have 7. We have the chairlady and 7. We have the chairlady and 6 councillors at the PUP who won. And since they have won, they've basically abandoned the area. This is the
football field in Santa Marta.
No, I think no. This is the park. This is the park. This is the park.
Wait,
right
hold
now.
up. I mean, that's a swing.
Yeah,
that's
swing
not
and
a
everything.
football,
And it's when you go in there, you see that kind of thing, it hurts because the Santa Marta no have no place where you could say the kids or the ladies could go and take a walk, but the park is there. You know, that is the park, but it's overgrown with grass, and they have basically abandoned the
¿Qué
place.
pasó con Silvio Santa Marta?
You know?
¿Qué está sucediendo?
Yeah.
¿No están limpiando su parque? ¿No
for-
están cortando nada,
Just the
manteniéndolo
grass.
limpio para la gente? ¿Qué pasó?
Yeah, so you know, and I saw that, and I saw the football field. You know, we just put 6 new lights on that football field, and for when you look at the football
is a-
field and
this
the
is a new-
grass we grow there, when they're not chopped. I mean, obviously, young people not even using the field now because of the grass that is not chopped. You know, and the village council is there. They have 7 of them there. They wanted the job. Now they're supposed to at least do the basic things in keeping that area cut, you know. Because I will tell you, Marta Julia and the other councillor that we had there, Acuna, both of them kept that area clean on their own, you know. Nobody had to go and chop it for them, and these were only 2 persons. Right now they have 7 of them, and they have basically abandoned the area. And to me, it doesn't do well, because where does the young people go and play football now? They have the lights, but now the field is overgrown. So obviously now they play ball. And now the park, and of course, and even the community center, I get to understand the computer has been, not the computer, we had a little lab there, because right now we have been working very hard to get BL to put a tower up there. We're working on it because they have no phone service there.
Digi,
Yeah,
not
Digi.
BL.
Yeah, not BL, BTL, yeah. Digi to go there. But when we're not going to spend all day, we find out the AC for the computer lab has already been vandalized in terms of look like the thief had the copper wiring and all of that stuff. So I don't know what happened, but it is obvious that the village
They
council,
have pictures of that.
yeah,
as
the
well,
village
yeah.
council has basically abandoned everything in that village, you know, and it's a shame, because they are the people who are elected to serve, and I always say, you don't run because you want to run, you run because you want to put your commitment and service to your village, you know. And the basic things that are to chop the field and to take care of the park and the community center is basic. It's basic. If Miss Marta Julia, who was the then UDP chairperson there, to a large extent on her own, made sure that all of these things was done I say kudos to her. She did an excellent job, and I know the people in Santa Marta know that if she was there still, these things wouldn't be happening. But, such is life,
Santa Marta, ¿qué dices? ¿Está bien todo esto, que lo hagan?
Yeah.
¿O estás arrepentido de haberles dado el apoyo? Claro que sí, mucha gente está arrepentida de haberles dado el apoyo, porque no están consiguiendo lo que deben de estar consiguiendo. No se está haciendo limpieza del parque, no se está haciendo limpieza de las canchas, no se está haciendo lo que el otro Village Council había hecho, y aunque en realidad solo eran 2 personas, el chairlady y la otra persona, pero mira, trabajaron muy bien para su aldea, y ahora estamos viendo de un equipo de 7 personas literalmente abandonando la aldea, y eso no está nada bien, nada bien.
So that is it right there, and of course, it's sad because as a village council, you must go do the basic thing. If you can't chop the football field or the park, then what are you doing? Or take care around the community center. Something is wrong. You have like, for instance, look at Mr. Roque in Tower Hill. Mr. Roque and his
la
team
misma situación aquí
take care of all the work of their village. They clean a football field. He organizes competitions. He ensure that everything okay with the community center. It's a basic work that you have to do as a council. You can't hand that over to nobody. That is your responsibility. We don't expect them to go open roads or run BA lines, because that is not in their reach. But for basic cleaning, you can't put that off on nobody else except the village council, because those are the ones who basic work for a village council. But anyway, apart from that, Emmanuel, I just want to say that we continue with the work right now. We are working on I think this weekend I took a time and I went out to Carmelita, meeting with folks who we had asked them way back for come in and fill out some forms to get their purchase price for their land. Remember, we did a lot of we had to formalize a lot of people who were basically living there, had their homes already, but were not able to,
you told me about
purchase their property as yet because the paperwork was never done.
There.
So I ended up, I think, about early this year, we took the people from Lands Department. We went there, we let everybody who came in from that area fill out their forms, etc. And we are now, I think we have to a large extent handed out most of these documents in terms of their purchase price. Everything we got back from Belopan, we have done that. We are
How
following
was that concept working out, sir? Where you offer them a purchase price? Are they grabbing at the opportunity?
Of course, that's the biggest opportunity you can get. You get a purchase price, you just go pay the purchase price, and you get your property.
And there's no strings attached to that purchase?
No strings attached.
You don't have to pay nobody else nothing?
Nothing, just pay your purchase price and you get that. And so we have been working on that. There's 1 or 2 that I have to follow up that did not come back. I have to find out what's going on with those. But to a large extent, I think we've assisted a lot of people in terms of that. We have another set of land where we put in a new post and that run electricity. We are working on that right now. I'm working on giving a letter so that people can go and do the survey and then apply for direct purchase so that they could go straight and get the title likewise.
So if I can get you reading you well, sir, you're putting in electricity first.
We already put electricity there at the back area, the new area. Because remember, we had a lot of people already on land and we needed to formalize them because they never had papers. So we assisted them to get their
Those were like
documents.
squatters?
Yeah, not really squatters, people who actually had their lands but nobody took time to assist them to get their titles. And now we have done that. The next set is the new area that we opened in terms of new roads, run the lights and stuff for the new area. A lot of people have been assigned areas, and now we are working. We are right now finalizing where people are, and then we're issuing. We're going to be issuing letters for them to begin with the survey, and then move to the purchase price. So that is the next step we are doing, and after that we have other works that we are working on. But definitely the police station. We want to commence that police station as soon as possible.
When is as soon as possible?
Well, I don't want to see it by early next month. What is happening, the delay that we had is that, you remember, the community land that was right beside the community center.
I know the problem.
We all believe that was for government. I don't see how anybody else could own and take one piece of land like that is at your community center. But lo and behold, we figured that was done. They did the soil test, it gone up. The final check that the ministry does before they start any project is to make a final check with lands. And lo and behold, when they made that check, they found out that that land belongs to CAD. Right? It's under a CAD name there. So somebody has property for that title. So that basically halted the building at the police station. Then of course, now the PUP said, well, once we win, we change that back. Well, they have one now for what, about 1 month, 2 months now.
Mm-hmm.
And they
So that was the promise that they did?
Well, that is what they told people, that they're going to get back the land from CAD. But up to now, nothing has happened. And I can't wait longer because time is going. We need to build this police station and we need to use the money that has been allotted. It took me 2 years or more to get the money together so we could build this station. And I'm not going to wait till next budget year for make we lose the money. So what has transpired is we went into the village and we found another piece of land in the village which we're going to use for the police station. And I took in bulldozer. We took in the bulldozer to clear the area. And of course, you got the PUP council come running when we are there. They come running there. They say, oh, where they going? And I have to stop that. And talking about they and give away the land back. And that I tell you, we don't got time. And we don't got time for games. Time is going. You promise that you're going to get back the land up to now. No make no move. We can't wait longer. We need to build this police station. You know, I know I lose that opportunity for the greater good of Carmelita because of a few people. We can't get the act together.
But what problem could they possibly have with building a police station in an next piece of land?
So we are build it. So we'll build it there. We have the people from the ministry have come down. They came down last week. They were to come here this week again to basically finalize in terms of the location. Because we have to do another quick soil test. Because we have to make sure how we build this thing. But apart from that, we have cleared the area and we just wait. The monies are there, and so now the ministry is doing the final things in terms again. They're going to check land title and things. But I'm confident that this one is free. I hope it not come back.
I hope so, Minister. I hope so.
So,
obviamente.
You know, if that would have happened, my gosh, I don't know what we're going to do. But anyway, so that station is to start. Mm-hmm. And as soon as they confirm with me, I think they are getting the what they call the bill of quantities so we could issue, so people could bid on it. So I'm hoping that I've asked for this to be speed up. I want this thing to start in November, the latest, so we give them the rest of the month to do what they have to do. And by November, I want to see that we make a start for this building.
Yes, man. Yes,
that's something where we'll do a very good thing. Will be a very good thing for the community of Carmelita, especially in lieu of the fact that we'll have a new spanking state-of-the-art high school built starting sometime next year. And I'm hoping it kicks off very fast. But my thing is that the police station is needed, will be appreciated for many, many years to come. But we have to build it, and I can't wait on the games where PUP they play for. They say, oh, when I get back the land, then I can only tell you they won't get that land back because they will not give up that land. That is my feeling about it. And so I can't sit back on a hope that, oh, they will get their act together. Because the mere fact that they took it from the public. The only people who want to take the land, my brother, that to me, they want community land and you want to take that in the first place. What was your intention? To deprive the people and you want to give it back?
Sugar City Morning Show, good morning.
Good morning. It's a very good move putting a police station in Carmelita. Right? I applaud that. But then here comes the question. Where will we get more police members to go and man that force in Carmelita?
Yes,
because I'll illustrate something for you right now. We have a substation by the
cemetery?
Tiamonte Cemetery, which is equipped with solar power, blah, 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 right? It was inaugurated. It worked for probably 2-3 months. Now it's closed. Where is the police force? When there's a substation that's ready to man 24 hours, where is the police force? So if we're going to build a police station, do we have the manpower to do it? Do we have the willpower to do it? Because, not because the town council built that one there, that's for the security of the people. That was given right there for the police force to utilize. And it's not manned. You pass there umpteen times for the day and it is closed. It's a substation. You're supposed to have a police right there, right? So it's good what you're doing. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's very good, but we need to look what we have and utilize what we have right now, right? With unman that substation by the cemetery. Don't let us play politics because the town board did it. No, it is for the people. It's for the country, I believe. Right, so we need to man that substation, not keep it closed. It's well equipped. It's well equipped with solar power. So even if you have a blackout, you still have light there. You still have facility of your radio, of your communication, right? So you're going to build one in Carmelita, but you're not manning one here. We need to do that, man. Let's be proactive. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Your comments there, sir. What about disclosure?
He said that because the town council, it was joint. It is between the Ministry of National Security, town council, and the police station here that opened that. We renovated the small booth on the cemetery. You know,
and what is? Tell me something. It was done as a response
to incidents
within the cemetery region.
Yes. My thing is this, there's a difference between police stations and a booth. You have to understand there's the police weighs in on how important a booth is based on a number of factors. One, you don't know if you put two policemen there or one police person there, somebody have to man the booth. That is one person or two persons less that are patrolling, that are actually circling that area patrolling, because then you have to put in at the booth. So there are benefits to having a booth and benefits of not having a booth there. Because if you never have the booth, you may have people patrolling that area. Or you put two men in the booth and they stay right there. My thing is that is a different aspect, and you have to ask the officer in charge or in drug why they put the booth out there, because it is an operational factor that only the officer in charge could tell you why he put or they put people there. Because that is a booth. What is being built in Carmelita is not a booth. We know they put another booth there. We are putting a full-fledged police station because we want to decentralize in terms of the manpower from Orange Walk Town in a way that if we put a full-fledged police station out there, what will happen to this? We'll call it one substation because people, everybody look at it different. Oh, a booth or a substation or a police station. It doesn't matter. What this police station will do in Carmelita is from there you will have police men and women who work there, who will then service the 5 villages of the east.
And resources will by force need to be allocated.
Of course, we have to have the vehicle out there, we have to have the personnel. They are quicker to respond to an incident in Santa Marta, to an incident in the village of Carmelita, Tower Hill, Champan Ridge, or even come in and assist them, set up checkpoints, whatever the case. So that will lend itself for quicker police response and be able to have a better command of the ground in that area. Then the people the police officers in town don't have to worry about go to Santa Marta, go to Carmelita. It's an incident call, you have people with the man there. It all comes down on how you manage resources. Of course, the police department will tell you right after, but we need a lot more personnel. And that is no matter if we talk about it today or we talk about this thing 10 years from now. They will always tell you we need more personnel. Well, right now, the government has 216 police officers in training right now, and they will be out to serve in a very, very near future, in the next 2 months. So you will see these recruits hitting the ground. And those are new men and women in uniform who will be out there, and some of these people are already slated to make the numbers necessary to man these areas. But definitely, I've always said, if we not start somewhere, where are we going to? When we are going to start to do it? If the place in Carmelita needs a police station because we need to have bodies out there, then we have to build the place. Why would they worry about find bodies and we're not going to have a place? Let's build it and we will ensure that it happens. And for me, the plan in terms of having quicker response in terms of police officers in a village like Carmelita that is big, to me is utmost importance. And then you have Santa Marta that is remote and the other villages in those areas, and to complement what is happening in Orange Walk, for the safety and security of our town. Likewise, these same policemen in Carmelita will be able to mount checkpoints on the highway and a lot of little other things. For me, it is something in the right direction because we're going to have the security. And yes, we have to find the manpower. And yes, your government will ensure that they have to have another recruitment squad next year because the demand in terms of new police stations across this country, substations, like he has said, need to be manned. And so we are need personnel, and I'm sure we're going to get, as we progress, I would want to see that we get a lot more quicker. But the reality is it comes with a budget likewise. So I am confident that this will be something that we'll be able to do. And I know foresee that we'll have a problem. We might start out there with four police officers that could work out a Carmelita for the other villages and having a vehicle, etc. With time, that grows, with the growth of the population and the need for police officers there, that might swell into more police. But we are making and having our police station in Carmelita that will go a long way for our communities in the east. So
and I'm sure that people in Carmelita are well in agreement with you, because Carmelita is a
big village right now.
Growing community, you know.
Yeah.
Big
And
village.
it's going to grow faster because of the expansions we are doing right now. 100 odd lots out there that people are already.
Which means
and
100
that will
odd
move
families
fast.
moving
Yes.
into the area,
And then
which means that close to 500 more people being added on.
We're going to add that
So,
fast. It's going to grow. That village is growing faster, and if people don't know, I invite people to take a knock your spin back there for see what all is happening out there, you know. And then you realize, I've always told people, Carmelita is what is Ladyville to Belize City. That is the way I look at Carmelita. That will expand so big, that's going to be like what Ladyville is to Belize right now. You know? But
Well, Minister, it's already 3 minutes after 9, and we have to get out of here as quick as possible. So I'm going to just give you a minute or two to just quickly recap and to do whatever invitations you need to do to the people. Again, remind them that Sports Cup, Disco Night, Michael Jackson and Ida Way. Talk to me.
Well, you know, Emmanuel, I just want to say that it's always a pleasure being here on the studios, and we have to try and make it maybe every 2 weeks without fail. I try being here every 3 weeks, but maybe we have to carry it to
You've
2
been
weeks.
complying, yes.
But it is good. It is good to be here and to address the people of Orange Walk town, and especially the East, and all those who watch us across the country, you know. I just want to say it's a pleasure being here. And I want to close off by saying that, you know, we want to invite you all. We have the Aragon's Christmas Cup that is playing, which is football. Every Sunday you could just show up there, come and enjoy the game with us. We have the East Committee who is doing the 80s Fever Night. And we're asking for come out and support. It's only $10. You could get these tickets from any person in the East Committee or check in at our East office.
Support
for these
your
tickets. You know,
your
and it's going to be a great night out there. We, you know, we're catering to people, whoever enjoys the 80s night, so come out. It's going to be a fine time, you know. So we are inviting everybody for that. Likewise, that will be on the 18th October. And of course, we ask you all to support all our committees that are out there, whether it be Champaridge, Santa Marta. We have committees in all areas, and they are the ones that will begin to look and see what they can do for their villages. But nevertheless, I want to thank you all for listening and tuning in, and I want to say that, you know, we are right here, and like I said, you know, we never stop with the work, Emmanuel. And definitely I want to be back here maybe next 2-3 weeks to give an update as to where
And
we
I
are.
want to tell you that the doors are open.
And just to let people know, in Palmar, we had some breakdown in terms of the dump truck and another part of the equipment, and so we have not continued with the work. I have at least a couple roads that we need to dump in that village that I promised people, and as soon as we get that, we'll go back and do that. But we are waiting for the equipment to come back online. As soon as that comes back, we continue with the work, you know. All right.
Well, again, thank you very much, Minister. I'd just like to quickly offer un comentario bastante rápido acerca de, y aunque el ministro ya dio su explicación, acerca de por qué está cerrado o no está funcionando el
The police do go there, no? Police go there now and then.
Exactly.
It's not like it's totally abandoned.
Exactly what I was
Nothing
going
like
to say.
that. It's open now and then.
De vez en cuando los ves, pero es según la necesidad.
Yeah.
It's according to necessity. Pero también porque el problema que había en esa área, pues ya no existe. Ya no se está utilizando el cementerio como un lugar donde se está haciendo A, B, C, D, E hasta Z. Ya eso, gracias a Dios, por la presencia de la policía, ya dejó de suceder. Así que hasta cierto punto eso ya ha puesto en la posición del substation como uno de simplemente estar en vanguardia, estar vigilando, pero no evitando y protegiendo, porque esa parte del trabajo ya no existe, del problema ya no existe. Pero su presencia ahí, estoy de acuerdo con usted, señor, su presencia ahí es muy importante para evitar que resulte de nuevo las condiciones anteriormente, y también para hacer que la gente que vive en el área se sienta más contentos y que se sientan sanos y seguros. Así que, pero vamos a dar seguimiento ahí con el jefe de la policía, y gracias por ese punto de vista.
Yeah.
De nuevo, thank you very much.
Thanks, Emmanuel. It's a pleasure.
Ha sido un placer tenerle aquí.
Yeah.
Compañeros, muchas gracias por su audiencia. Son las 9:07. Ya tenemos que salir de aquí. Y pues muchas gracias al equipo de producción, a Rahim, a Chequi, a todos los que están en cabina, muchas gracias. Pero importantemente a ustedes, nuestra audiencia, muchas gracias.
Right.
A las personas que participaron, que mandaron textos, etcétera, etcétera, muchas gracias. Y primero Dios, estaremos de vuelta con ustedes, primero Dios, mañana viernes a la misma hora. Así que, mientras tanto, cuídense todos, take care of yourselves and have a beautiful day. Hasta luego, nos vemos.
Sugar City Morning Show.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Rostrands, poniendo el mundo